Talking. Oh, welcome. See, I got a couple of viewers, so I would just want to go ahead and get started. Boy, getting a lot of, oh, I know what the fan noise. Fan noise is coming from Horatio, I'm sure.
No, it's from me.
Oh, is it from you? I mean, it's hot all around the United States.
There, that's better.
I'm hot. Even here in San Diego, it's been like tremendously hot. It is just hot all around, and we're hot in more ways than one. I said I wanted to put some other headphones. I don't like these big giant headphones on when I come on, but
go halfway. Put half
go
behind
halfway?
your head, and then half
behind. Like
yeah,
this? The audience can't hear you, but let me get you in here. Mr. Michael Delaney is here with me.
Hey, Jerry.
To talk about stuff, about comedy and stuff. Yeah, these
Horatio's going to join us in a second. He's getting his drink.
They're very annoying to me just because they're so bulky. And I have nice light headphones that I can actually walk around in.
So, Jerry, you sent out a couple of headlines.
I did. Now, so were you aware of the people that were leaving SNL?
I heard people were leaving, but then I didn't see any names. Guesses? Okay. Did they fire the new girl?
Who's the new?
There's a couple of new girls. So
right. Okay. So,
there's one new girl who's super quirky. She must be super funny, but she comes off a little awkward. She often plays piano on Update. Most of her bits are piano based. What's her name?
Let's look it up.
Well, tell me who got.
Mr. Horatio might know.
Who got?
Oh no, he just left. Oh, I just missed him.
That's the big soap opera of the comedy world, is SNL cast, I suppose.
Yeah, it was in. There was actually an article in.
I saw something saying Bowen Yang would not say whether he was coming back. I could see him leaving. He's done well, but I would hope he would stick around a little bit more so he can have just so he can have more fun with Sarah Squirm.
Yeah,
maybe they'll leave together.
So that Longfellow guy got fired.
Longfellow, Heidi Gardner is leaving, and Devin Walker, and then the other the gentleman of Middle Eastern descent.
Oh.
Was let go too.
He seemed like a funny guy. They only gave him 1 year.
and Lawrence said he's not doing diversity anymore.
Obviously.
Did Lawrence say
that? He told me. He said DEI is over here.
He says over.
Trump got to him. Trump got to him and said the black guy, get rid of him.
I led the way to diversity on television.
So we don't have to do this anymore? Or at least it's like this. Oh, is that what we're doing now? Then you're fired. Get out of here, N-word. Wait a minute. That's too much, Lauren. I don't know. I'm Canadian.
Well, Heidi's a star. She can, and she's been on for a while.
8 years,
she's
which I
moving
didn't. I
on.
wasn't aware. I'm so out of it now, man.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to the show. She's been there 8 years, and I was like, oh, really? I thought it was like 3.
Well, we only watch
Yeah, well,
the
time
show.
flies when you're old. When
The
we're
biggest
old,
fans
Jerry.
only watch the show 3 times a year.
You know,
So
so that's
if
only
Heidi's not
3
in it,
seasons.
then she's dead.
Oh, there's a little bit of Capote in there today for some reason. What if Capote played Lord?
They're very similar.
Very
Except
similar.
no, except that Lauren's not a boozer. He
No,
might be a
I'm sure he
pillhead, I don't
enjoys
know.
a glass of wine, though.
Yeah, like one beer, one
likes to
glass of
eat.
wine.
He likes to eat while he's working. He eats popcorn and various things, and I've seen him on podcasts where he's like, "I'm not gonna not eat."
Let me ask you,
It's like too
Delaney,
much.
Yeah,
about that.
I live to be asked questions.
Well, I forgot it now because of all your
Yep.
pauses, all your interruptions.
Can you see Helma's comment?
What do you
Hey,
say?
Jack. DEI is over. Finally, my day has come, says Jack Helmut. Helmut is very white. He's got a
Jack Helmut is
German.
the best.
He's got the name of a German officer from like a World War II war movie.
Yeah.
I feel like those.
He's got a weird ass eye. He's got some fake fuck up dead eye that
Oh
makes
my
more-
goodness, that's
even more.
great way to
Jesus, Raj.
great way to describe it. He is blind in one eye, but yeah.
Is he?
Well, he knows.
Well,
Yeah.
you
He
know.
He
know, Jack.
knows.
He knows how fucked up his eye is. He's seen it. What? He doesn't
Jack
look in the
Helmut
mirror.
is a
Trump said
journeyman.
we can just speak our minds. You know, we're
He's
going
a journeyman. He's been through it all. He's been through deep mud. Lots of deep mud.
Hey, what do you guys think of Gab? Oh, this is what I wanted to ask. I got it back, Delaney. Gavin Newsom. What about Seth Meyers playing Gavin Newsom?
Well, that's probably a better question for Jerry. He's the Californian.
No, but you're the layman. You're the layman fan.
Okay,
we're
so
inside.
what's the question again? Gavin Newsom becoming the next Lord?
No. Who's gonna play Gavin
Meyers
Newsom?
playing Newsom, because you know Newsom's going to be the next big star. He's the white hope, the great white hope.
I don't. Horatio,
You think
I was hoping they bring you in as Prisker.
Fingers crossed.
They didn't bring
got
back
the
Raj.
Thrown out. Horatio, you're free to do whatever you want. Trump's made all accusations. If you mention accusations, you get arrested.
I know. Be prepared to get arrested on stage, though. ICE is outside.
Yeah, what you
outside the
say.
building.
No respect.
No, I think they're going to go in-house on this one, Raj. I think they're going to go in-house, whether it's Austin Johnson or who.
But he's Trump,
I think
though.
they'll come up. But Trump will be out of the political
Oh, I'm sure Justin Johnson has
arena.
a great. That guy's a machine. So yeah, I'm sure he has one.
But
We're and also
not
you
gonna
get
be-
war weary of these. You remember how tired they were of doing Bush? By the time Bush's 8th year was done, we were like, good, we're fucking finished doing this guy. You know?
but Will was gone but before he left, and he did him so well that it was really hard for anybody else to do him. And Will Forte,
Yeah, no one else can do him after that.
Yeah,
Right.
Because the fun-loving party boy that got elected. Because
But they had to.
10 million
They did.
people were watching him just be a great kind of good old boy. and
Yeah.
and so And so after
They
after
did a
that, we
bit.
saw it was just a lot of people trying to do it, and it was kind of fucked up because Daryl couldn't do it, and Daryl was just like, you can imagine him how upset he was with himself, and then seeing him at the table with like other people doing it that were doing it horrible. Like no one really goes like, oh, that's lights out. Like Will Forte did it, and it was like you don't even remember it. I think because it was, I guess it was a
Forte's
tough one.
Bush was funny. Forte's was very apologetic. It was like, come on, guys, come. He was very whiny. He was just like a whiny rich kid who's like, come on, cut me a break.
I
He
mean,
had
I
that
don't
kind of
know. I think
attitude.
maybe we did all suffer.
Hmm?
He says, "I love you guys so much," but he says, "Bush they went softer than Farrell wanted."
It was softer.
Yeah. Yes.
It was softer.
True. Yeah. Yeah. He thought he was making fun. They thought they were, they thought they had the right target, but people were just like, no, I like that guy. He's good. He's a party boy, and he takes a good joke. He doesn't let shit worry him.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
not the guy.
it was weird. It was weird that impression like was something that like made people like him a little bit more than than
I mean,
thought
I
it
think
didn't.
so. Maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know what the word. I don't know what the word is for when you like assign more power or influence in your certain occupation. But
yeah,
I thought that I've said it publicly that I thought that really like. I mean, I don't think it swayed the election, but it may have helped among another all these other little things.
sure.
That's a sway. Then that's their
A
sway
little bit of
there.
a
Then
yeah. So it's very interesting, and and then like that's what they did with Carvey. Carvey's so good. You sent me that clip of Carvey bit, I think written by Smigel, but it's Smigel asking the questions.
Which
yeah,
bit
it's
was that?
Michael off
Let's touch
camera.
on
The obits the. Oh,
Well, my shit's cutting off.
Yeah, you completely broke up. You gotta.
yeah, mine
Would you,
mine did too, but now I can hear you.
no, what? No, what were you saying?
Now we're good. Maybe it was just
Yeah, yeah, it was just a minute. What'd you say, Delaney?
Oh,
You
I
gotta repeat
forget.
it.
That was way too long ago. No, that was a lifetime ago. That was before the glitch. There's before glitch and after glitch. It's like 9/11.
Jerry. Are you in San Diego?
Yeah.
I'm in New
You hit?
Rochelle.
It probably doesn't matter. But have you hit the pen or anything? I'll just want to gauge if
Pen?
you're high at all.
Oh no! No. It's
It's
daytime
early.
for
It's
me.
very early in San Diego.
I got stuff to do.
I'm hitting.
I've already been to the dog park. I've already got a high in the dog park.
Yeah, day's just starting.
I've been up for 8 hours, you guys. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was up before 5 today. So this is hour 8 for me. So it's time to kick back for me and have a
of course.
smoko before treatment.
Yeah, what did what was that? What was the movie? The Tarantino movie? Not what was it? Jackie Brown.
Uh-huh.
There's a line that oh man, I can't think of anything. Forget it. Samuel Jackson.
Too much.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson says this line because his girlfriend gets high all day. Bridget Fonda, she gets high all day.
Yeah.
He comes in the house. He goes, "I get high after work."
That's what Joe Flaherty said about Harold Ramis and the junk. He said the guys who did the most junk who like to party the hardest, really go for it, was Belushi and Harold Ramis. He said, but the difference was Harold would do it after the show, and Belushi would do it before the show.
I tried.
He's like, when he started doing it before the show is when it became.
When I started doing improv, it was all booze fuel, like all, booze bravery, because the bar opened up an hour before the show started, and it was in a full bar, and they would give us breaks. This was Improv Olympic.
That's so sloppy.
Well,
And
he used to
That
say,
just makes for sloppy prov.
"Oh yeah," and Horatio used to say like he was
terrible.
so happy that he stopped doing that, and like he
Yeah,
became a good performer because if he'd have kept drinking like while he was performing, like it just wouldn't have ever worked out for him. You know.
yeah, I was terrible, or I was like really funny, but maybe to myself, and more
Uh
than
huh.
I
Yeah,
thought.
it's where they're having more fun on stage than we're having out here in the audience.
And I could tell like I was just kind of, well, I've been kicked off a team, so I was like, oh, I better straighten that shit out. I guess that's the problem. I figured it out.
I I often, I mean, I had hard. I experimented with being drunk and being whatever, on stage when I first started doing stand up, and it was too hard. It was just too hard for me. So I knew right at the beginning that I couldn't drink or do anything that like I just wasn't aware, of what was going on. Um, and that's a frightening feeling when I'm just like, oh, I'm out of control. I have had a couple of
Yeah,
drinks that I've been improvising though. I've done that a few times. But yeah, nothing where I was like sloppy drunk and didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean?
yeah. If you get if you have a drink like Colbert, and then just don't go crazy, you'll be all right. But
Yeah.
by the time the show ends, we had a fridge full of beer at Second City ETC, so we would get there was the show I think 7:30 and then one at 9:30, and then between the shows we'd grab lunch, we'd grab our dinner, and then we'd go across the street and get a case of beer, bring it back into our old timey fridge. It was great, and then after the show we'd just start drinking. So their tough sets, they were pretty good because we'd only been a couple beers deep. But if we had started during the show, then
Yeah.
you get into problems.
Yes.
So
I
and
was
then
also
what
too
interesting, that
like,
was the Walgreens that was for Delaney for just in reference. That was the Walgreens that was poisoned by someone who still we don't know who murdered people by putting shit in Tylenol.
Tylenol.
Oh no!
So that
Oh,
was right
there's always
across
a
the street
murder
from Second
connection.
City. So I always thought it may have been
Wow.
someone who worked at Second City because there are a couple weird
Oh
shady
my
people. Like
gosh.
maybe it was Edmund, the coffee
Disgruntled?
guy. It's like Lou. It's like who could it be? Who's kind of weird? Gelman maybe the bet. No, Gelman wouldn't. You know,
Maybe it was
not
Keith
Brett
Privet.
Gelman. No G Gelman. Peace out to Gelman if he's out there. Um, yeah. So that's a interesting, very interesting Walgreens. And so then his grandson died in a drinking and driving accident, and then they stopped selling beer.
Oh wow, really? Just that particular Walgreens, or Walgreens in general. Oh well.
That probably that one.
Well, we'll find
Wait,
out.
did he own all the Walgreens?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out someday.
Is this one of Roger's
We'll find out.
cliffhangers?
It
It's
is.
always whenever he freezes, there's always a cliffhanger,
I know.
and then we come back and we've forgotten what it was. Oh wow,
I wanted
he'll
to
come
ask
back.
him. He came back for a minute, and then he dropped out. Shit.
All
I
right,
wanted to.
let me guess what Raj would say, which is very difficult to do. He's a very unpredictable individual. He always has something. He's always got an original take on things. It's usually different than mine, and
um,
often has either some wisdom or some just like downright foolishness to it.
well, I wanted to ask him about this time period because this is when the actors get picked up, which is like it seems like it's awfully late because I would think that they're in now, like the writers are in or they're starting to come in now, and just now is when they go, hey, we're gonna pick up some more people, or we're gonna fire these people.
Didn't it used to be more back decades ago? Didn't they used to do it a little bit more on the fly? It seemed to me like they always got together super late, too late for my liking, and then the first show always sucked because nobody
Yeah.
came back early and like got it going. People, I don't think that with that show, I don't think they write during the summer. As a fan, I always thought geez, they had the whole summer. It's going to be great. And then when it sucks, I'm like, damn, they had the whole summer. Why was it
I mean,
such a stinker?
it's all about doing everything at the last minute, as you'll know. I mean, that's a part of the thing. And this is the last minute. I mean, they don't have a cast yet. Their first show is the week of October 4th. That's a month from now.
They have
If
a
you didn't have it,
cast.
if you,
The only thing that's going to hurt them is Heidi.
yeah,
Unless
true.
unless you're keeping score on the diversity, in which they've lost pretty badly. But there's more talented people out there who are diverse.
Yeah,
But I thought the Arabic guy, I don't know. That's not nice to call him the Arabic guy. But I mean,
I
first
sort of
season, it's hard. At my age, it's
Arab
hard to
percent, but
remember a first seasoner's name.
no, yeah, I don't know his name.
Why don't you guys
And
Google it?
he was never on the air.
I don't like Googling on the air, Raj. It takes me out of the moment, It makes me feel like just like somebody's researcher. I'm not good at that. And then I end up
I'm
closing
looking at it.
windows by accident.
Well, there you go. You can't do that. I'm
Raj
looking
is
at it.
Googling. He looks like De Niro. He looks like De Niro, and he's like, you don't want to Google it? I'll Google it. Yeah. I'll do it. Just put
Seems
that
to
little De
me like
Niro
if you're
frown.
gonna think about what's what, you're gonna Google the guy.
This guy was
Terrible.
funny. He's funny.
I
but
liked him a
guess he
lot,
didn't
and
pop. He didn't pop. He's laid back and he's mellow, just like Longfellow is way laid back. Longfellow's
yeah,
even more
I don't
laid
think there's
back
any excuse.
than
You know what I don't know. I don't think there's any excuse. You know what these people are like. Would it take 3 years for you to know whether you're gonna like keep this guy? We lost Horatio again. Oh no. All right, I'm gonna get you in here, Horatio.
It's like
I
you gotta
know.
have.
I think
It's
if
it's like the guy they expect you to pop, so to speak.
I
How
got
And
are
that
this
you
guy,
gonna
word
do
from
that?
Raj.
this guy got
How
close.
if you're never on
Did
edge?
you guys
If you're
hear me?
never
Raj is coming in and out.
Emil was his name.
Yeah.
Emil.
They're all pretty funny, and the girls like Longfellow.
I like him
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I like him too. He's ghoulish.
Why? Because he's
He's like
skinny?
he's just a guy that would live with Vincent Price. You know, just a Vincent Price character. Like,
I like when
hey,
when you know
Longfellow.
when Bill
Come on
Hader first
in.
came on. When Hader first came on, he's doing all that Vincent Price stuff. He said that right before he went on to do it, Lauren said to him, "What? Why now?"
Well,
I didn't do a very good Lauren, but that's the
ever
quote.
done him before.
Yeah, why now?
It was an impression that was just waiting to get out there.
I was trying for a while, and um, he had the right take to do that kind of thing. But I tried to do one that was like really, I guess, quite homophobic for the time, but for our times.
What was it?
It was just Vincent Price psychic, because there was a psychic on TV at the time that would like, and he was kind of effeminate, and he had this really
Oh, I
funny
was an
voice.
extra. I was an extra in that scene. Is that where you were the psychic?
I don't think it ever made it anywhere, but it was about
No,
the
it didn't make it to air. I thought there was one that made it to dress where you were a psychic, and but the psychic kept talking about loose meat sandwiches all the time.
That's a different thing. That's a McKay thing.
He was
This was
very
me
Vincent
playing
Price-like, though.
the
He was
psychic that
effeminate.
was on TV at the time, and and people would ask about their like grandparents, and I'm like, I see your grandfather by the pool, by the pool of the
Is he
Beverly
there?
Hills Hotel. He's putting oil on Vincent Price's back, and it's like, I was just making everybody's relatives that died like just fucked up and freaky, and any kind of like homo like whatever, Jim Neighbors,
Yeah.
Jim Neighbors wants to take your grandmother into the back, put a mustache on him.
Jim Neighbors. That's a really pervy idea.
What? My grandpa? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson is taking your grandfather. Right.
Oh no, I didn't. It was the same kind of thing. I didn't even know he liked men at all that way. You know. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jack Cassidy. Jack Cassidy is doing him from behind.
And that didn't get on the air, you say?
No, didn't get on there. It's one of those, like making the band laugh, making the other writers laugh. Get a pat in the back from the writers.
Welcome to my whole
Well,
life.
the band liked it.
But that's, you know, and so then they kind of, I think they kind of did it with Jim Carrey as a psychic, but he wasn't. He was saying weird shit, and I thought, oh, this is kind of like what we wrote. Maybe it was like regurgitated a little bit from, you know, me and Kenward's sessions on this character. But yeah, of course, if you watch it, he's brilliant, and it's, you know, it's just kind of weird things, not necessarily your, you know,
Your
me
relatives are all
mentioning
gay. We're closeted gay people.
Yeah.
Oh, just random stuff, not all.
Why is this gay psychic just so fucking mean to do this? And just people he doesn't know.
Oh, your grandma? Let's
Because,
see.
you know, there's these memes going around about this lady who was on Sally Jesse or something. She was a psychic, and she was on all the shows, and she was so bold with her predictions. And she's literally like, you know, my sister left home, and we're wondering how she's doing. Don't worry, she's not here. Don't worry, she's in peace. She's in heaven. Like that crazy.
Right.
She's just like, you can tell she smokes the second she's not like on camera. There's like 3 cigarettes going.
Right. And did she look kind of like Captain Kangaroo? And her claim to fame was that she, you know why? Because she worked for the police department, and they solved crimes because of her psychical shindigs. And that was her claim to fame.
She say shit like, I see a river. I see a river. I see dirt around. There's rocks. And then they'd go to the river, you know, nearest bridge, and they'd be like, oh, shit.
So stupid that they would go to that. Well, we got to go to something. We got to use something.
I see her in a body of water. Well, it's got to be Henry Creek then, right? It's got to be the pond, right? Or it's got to be the lake.
This is the island, and there's Guy, I don't know, Guy Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, we've
that
gone.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That never happened.
He's got Truman Capote again.
I see a stream, and
I wish it was Christmas today.
That one, how's that for pop?
That was a pop
Christmas song. That
the Christmas
song.
That was a pop.
Well, we've talked about that on this pod. We talked about that pop on this podcast before. So we'll just say the headline. It was Roger's thing. Everybody was getting on board. Jerry hated it and wanted no part of it. But then Tracy, everybody.
He didn't get the big deal. He was like,
speaking of popping. Speaking of popping on air.
He had every right to be that way.
But it had something to it, you know. I always thought it was a monster, that roar. What's that sound effect?
It's an elephant.
It was just like
that's from the Yamaha keyboard.
Yeah, it's an elephant sound effect.
It's animal sounds that are programmed into the keyboard.
Yeah.
So it's even more low rent, basically. I didn't want it to be a thing. It was just my guitar and then Jimmy pressing the chords, and the chords had these weird loops in them. And then you could hit drums and shit while you're playing. I would say like
Yep,
just
using
throw
the
a
technology.
rhino in there, throw a giraffe, whatever the hell,
Well,
and then
as you
there's like
know,
bongo. So if you pick, I think like I think we have an elephant. If you pick an elephant, there's like bongos that come with it. Like why?
Yes.
oh,
So
that
none
is
of
so
that.
stereotypical.
It's not
Bongos
added,
come
Like that was
automatically.
like we just use those presets. That's why I'm like when I've done it like years later, SNL has it like in a crate and it's set. The presets are set. There's like a piece of paper that tells you what presets we used, the time, basically all of it. So it's pretty easy to get right back into what we did. And I think I have backup Yamahas just in case there's like a third world war.
Oh, really? They have backup ones?
I have one that I could broadcast with.
Oh, wow.
Another Yamaha. I got like for $25. Keyboards are very cheap these days for some reason in
But
like thrift stores.
But that particular one, or you just got one that will do the same thing?
Cliffhanger.
I'm gonna try to. You know what, Sir Thomas? You're gonna have to send that.
Oh, he
to
was
us.
reading.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
He's saying that there's a character psychic that was done in Phoenix Nights. But we'll take a look at that for sure.
That's the
We'll get back.
such a
We'll get back to
diplomatic
you.
Johnny answer. And,
Get back
we'll
to
try
you.
to check that out.
I can't.
Freddie,
Yeah,
we're
we
looking
can look at it
and,
now. Obviously.
we'll let you know.
So I'm of the belief, and I really usually wouldn't say this publicly, but I am of the belief that there is a covert influence operation to make black people want to enrage with white people and want to commit violence against them. I think that there's something going on that's making.
There's a proliferation of racist kind of things. They play the Celebrity Cruise Line. They show like black people fighting on the cruise ships, and then now they just show violence in the street. So every day you're being inundated with this, and there's racial overtones, obviously.
All of it. It seems
All
that
of it is kind of just like
they want
why are they violent? Why are they violent? I'm
and
scared.
they want it to, but it's more, and it's a lot of egging on too. A lot of like, just shit going on that would make black people mad, like firing people, or
That's
like
murdering them.
Be the Russians or the Chinese or somebody who's just like,
who knows?
They're like, just get them enraged. It helps our guy. It helps.
Right,
it helps
fucking
cause a civil war over there.
So did you see the we were talking about this, Raj, you weren't there, but did you see the MMA fighter beating up the wrestler?
Yes. Rampage
No,
Jackson.
I didn't see that. What is that?
We were talking about it last week. Remember I was telling you about the guy, or maybe you weren't. You left. I was telling Spiro.
No, I must have been out. I
told Spiro about it. Yeah, this is.
No, I hate MMA. I hate it.
Well, this was a real thing.
This guy is Rampage Jackson a former MMA himself, or was he a WWF guy? Or both?
He's MMA.
So this was outside the ring?
Yeah.
It's backstage at some event. It's like, how they do like fucking wrestling in state parks and shit, state fairs and stuff. So it's kind of the back of a building where I guess they would have some sort of low-level wrestling event. Yeah?
Right. Yes.
So it's the afternoon, and so this kid, man, but a young guy, he walks in just to say hi. He's a fighter too, and then his father's Rampage Jackson, so I think he comes in like, hey, I just want to say hi or something. And then this fucking this hillbilly, big giant hillbilly dude, smashes a beer can on his head, like full of beer, hits him in the fucking head with it, like, hello, welcome to the fucking to the big show, like, here, come off the stage. This is how we introduce. This is how we get you in, And so he was supposed to just do the kid was supposed to just do a cameo and whatever, do maybe some kind of taunting or something. But the kid ended up being like insane that when the wrestlers did go on, he jumped out of his seat into the ring and started wailing on this fucking fat drunk wrestler, and he
Who
knocks him
beer
out
canned him?
immediately.
Yeah.
Knocks this
Oh.
big fat wrestler out immediately because he's just a fat drunk. He's not, he doesn't have any coordination. Certainly not going to fight this guy. So, and he didn't even have a chance. Like the kid picked him up while his back was turned and then body slammed him, and I think he knocked him out right there.
Knocked him out
And
right
then he
then,
just
yeah.
started wailing on him.
As he was
Boom,
unconscious.
boom. And you're like, oh my God, finally someone comes out and stops him because he's going to kill the guy.
Wow.
And
It took like 5 people to stop him.
yeah. Oh, he was fucking, yeah. He was like the Hulk.
That's
So-
like career ending for both of them.
And
So
then
did
you
you
hear him
see-
talking there. He's like, people fucking make fun of me all the time because the son of Rampage Jackson, they make fun of me and they think I'm small and this. So he's just one of these people that gets fucked with.
He rampaged.
Well, there's a really good video that breaks it all down at the whole night. So he was streaming that whole time. He's getting messages back the whole time. So,
Okay.
and his father was streaming at the same time. So he called his father, and his father, they're all playing it up for the camera, even the wrestler dude. So there's a whole video, breaks it down really well. But when he first comes in, the reason he came to the wrestling match is because one of his friends was a wrestler. So his friend is introducing him to all the wrestlers. And he introduced him to that dude. The dude does the beer can stunt. He gets mad right then. And the wrestler goes, "Hey, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. I thought you were a wrestler. I thought you were coming in and you were going to be wrestling. I'm sorry. I saw the camera here." Because he had a streaming camera with him.
Right.
So I saw the camera here, so I thought we were doing a bit. I'm sorry. And the kid goes, "All right, no problem. Then the other wrestlers were like, "Hey, you know what? I know you were pissed off about that. Get back in the ring. You can get him back." They told him that. So the wrestlers and his friend was like, "Get him back, man. Get him back. Like to give him tag him up real good. You're gonna get your receipts." And then he was
doesn't he know they pull their punches?
Yeah. Also, the kid right before he goes into the wrestling match was like, "I had a concussion last week." Or no, I think it was like 3 days before that. And
Oh, fuck.
and people were
So he
like,
smashed the-
"Are you still fucked up?" And he's like, "I still got a headache, man. I shouldn't be out. I shouldn't be outside, but I'm here."
So it's a
I
perfect
shouldn't be
storm of-
outdoors.
Yes. And all
a
the
perfect
fans,
storm of violence.
and they all know exactly what's going on. All those people egging him on knew exactly what was going on. They knew his head was fucked up. They knew he was mad that he got hit with the beer can. They were calling him a bitch. So it wasn't just like people all the time. It was real time where he's looking at these things and he was saying like,
Right.
"Oh, you think this is okay? You'll see. Okay, you'll see what's gonna happen." And also with the other wrestlers telling him, "Hey, go in the ring, get him back." He just went MMA psycho, and got so worked up over all this bullshit,
Yeah. I guess it's hard.
He brought
to
a real
get-
knife on stage.
What's that?
He used a real knife when everybody else was using play knives.
Oh, that was
who
out
knows,
of his
he probably
mind.
got CTE or something too.
Yeah.
He's probably got a lot of shit going on, obviously. But I guess he just like the egging on too is also just like, just turn that off. Like, what the fuck? What's going on?
That's the act.
But when-
it's
it's the
like
act,
Andy
exactly.
Kaufman making everybody hate him.
Oh yeah, and that's the
more
other
they
part
hate
of
him,
it.
the
That
more
so
it's working.
he calls his dad. They're both streaming at the same time, and his dad is like, "Hey, I see you got slapped around by those dudes in tights. They smacked you around." And he's like,
God.
"Yeah." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "What? You like?" But his dad is like, "This is a whole bit we do. We're both streaming." So I call my son. I say he's like, not tough enough or whatever, and it gets more views for the 300 people that were watching or whatever. Not even that many people, but it's all for the views. And then when that starts to happen, shit gets out of control.
It's an unforeseen problem in online entertainment.
No,
I'm
in
sorry.
comedy, I always tell people in comedy, when you lose, you win. The biggest loser is the biggest winner. They get the most laughs. Tommy Boy is the biggest loser in the movie until the last minute. If it's a movie, of course, you win at the end, the last minute. But you had to lose for 89 minutes, and then in the last minute, You get to, save the factory or whatever it is. The rest of the time, you're getting the shit beat out of you, verbally and physically. And that's because you're the star. That makes you the star. But then people take the shit for real. They actually want to win on stage. He started off his video really on society. When your first line is society, the problem with society is, and it turns out just to be a personal beef with one single comedian who told him to fuck off and die, and he decided to take it literally and run with it with like a 45-minute diatribe. It happened to be David.
Who's that?
Sorry, you triggered me when you brought up the picture of Jim Breuer. He looks like a gargoyle on a building in that picture. That's not his best picture.
Can you read the title?
No. Is Michelle Obama a man? Oh, good. This is real deep stuff, Breuer. Is Michelle... What a shithead. It says, is Michelle Obama a man? What intellectuals, you don't have to read a lot to be an intellectual, and they're all wondering that question.
I guess that's what MAGA people do. So it's like he's just being maggoty.
He says he's not. He says I'm not right wing.
Yeah, I think that's a bit. I think that's a bit because he's getting a new audience because the other half of his audience left him. They're like, this guy's a lunatic. We don't like him, so he's like, well, my only fan base now has to be these people. So I won't be surprised if he starts talking about Bigfoot and shit, and just completely going wrestling.
Yep.
Going kayfabe. Everybody's going kayfabe, man.
Yep. Gotta get that.
Yeah, he can go if he wants to go Bigfoot. That's fine, but this is just racist.
It's just one of the talking points that they're being shot at with cannons every day, like Jerry was saying.
Yep.
You're gonna hear a lot of stuff about Obama.
He's got a nice set, though.
None of this is a fact. It's all.
He's got a nice set with that plant and the board and all.
And the sacks of fake money in the back.
Oh, is that a sack of money?
Those are little sacks of money and a board, some kind of whiteboard.
And then I don't think it's a whiteboard. I think it's actual paper. It might be no, it's a whiteboard. It is, but it's just not a good marker.
Like just very somberly quiet, and he starts getting you kind of feel like spooky because he's not supposed to be on camera. He's like, I'm not going to say anything on camera. I'm running this thing. And then Jim Brewer's like, just goes over there and just be like, fuck, I need someone to play off of. This fucking guy.
He probably does it for free just so he can get his mug on camera.
There's so many of these dudes that have an idiot in the background on a computer because he's supposed to be like doing the show, and I think he's just sitting there because the computer is not plugged in. So I don't know what the computer's doing.
Maybe in the storyline he's supposed to be getting questions or comments.
I think that is
broadcast something.
What?
Right?
Jerry,
I think that is kind of the idea.
Jerry, you saying that computer is just a prop?
I think he's looking at his computer. I think he's like surfing and like when he gets bored, he's looking at stuff.
He looks like a young version of what I look like now.
Oh, so he's not like the director of the show. He just has to have his computer with him if he's going to sit through this shit.
I don't know who these dudes are, but they're obviously not his friends. Because he was like, I brought up Joan Rivers, and none of these guys knew who she was. I was like, I guess I'm dating myself. So I'm like, are these dudes aren't your friends? Where you like you can't bring up something and they don't know who you're talking to? They don't know who Joan Rivers is. What the fuck?
He put a fucking ad on Facebook. Can you fucking do audio and computers? Come hang out in my fucking basement.
You
he's
got to
probably
have a
got
tech guy. We're too old. A lot of people like myself, you have a podcast and you have a person who's like 20 years younger than you who helps you do it, and they want to
That's
be in
what you
it too.
need. That's what you need, man. Hey, do you like goat noises? And
Let me show you this
fucking
sketch again. Let me show you this sketch again. Feel free to laugh, asshole.
so you know the whole David
You
Cross
know how to
thing.
fucking do Max and shit? You know how to do Max and set up my stuff?
You know the whole David Cross thing, which really turned out to be actually nice. That David, like, they did a whole video where they talked, and David apologized to him because David wished him death.
Kayfabe.
Did he?
I say it's kayfabe.
Well, it was all during COVID, and he was
Oh.
and Brewer seriously was like, "You wish me death? I mean,
I know.
we're all joking, but to wish me death?
Yeah.
We're all joking.
Come on." And no, David really was like, "I apologize" or whatever, but
Yeah, David's a dad. You know?
yeah, and he really was like, I don't mean, like you the way he came across was like, cause he's an idiot. Like if you make fun of Brewer, or you do something to him, you're gonna immediately feel it because it's like it's so much punching down. I lost Horatio. Shit.
Well,
Oh, there
we're
he is,
punching
yeah.
down.
Brewer, like making fun of him is so much punching down that it's hard to do without seeming like a big asshole.
Like us right
Because
now.
he's so
Listen,
stupid.
we punch sideways.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you guys are from the same fraternity as he is.
I mean, yeah,
I
if
am
you're
not.
putting on a show, if you're making your life a show, then it begs criticism. Because now you're doing what we all love and feel is an art, something that should be respected. And you're just jizzing all over something just to get money.
There is a part, there's a respect of all of so many people, because I was looking at, this brings up Joe Rogan was talking about like, Mark Maron saying shit about them now. And Rogan was like, well, when I was coming up, man, we were always like, oh, I don't like that dude, or I think that dude's hack. And I'm like, dude, you don't get it. The funny people don't think you're funny. You don't get it. We are talking about you when we don't see you. All comedians are nice to each other. We all see each other. Nobody's gonna be like, man, you fucking suck. Rogan would be like that. But most people are generally nice, and we think you suck, and they're still gonna be nice when they see you, because people are like, what? He was nice when he saw me. He didn't say like fuck you. Like, no, I'm not gonna tackle you and shit in your mouth. I'm gonna say hello and go about my way. I still think that you're fucking awful. Terrible. I hate you.
Well,
And it's
I don't remember.
extra insecurity or something. I don't know what it is, but like I would get really like upset when people thought that you can just walk in on something and be where you were at, because I did it for 6 or 7 years or 8 years or whatever, and I was like, you gotta earn it, So I understand that. But yeah, there's a certain thing where it's not as serious as it used to be. Like it felt like you were when you were starting in the 90s, let's say, you were a voice of some opinion. You were the voice of something cool or not, but mostly it was something cool. It was an idea that was fresh. And then that's how you made your way.
People had different philosophies.
I always criticized people. Like I always hated other groups. I was like, right? I mean, I always felt like it was almost like a gang. It was almost like a mob kind of thing, where it's like, fuck those guys. They're just polluting the water source.
The stand-ups have never. They'll accept anybody. Rapist, fucking, scam artists, murderers. You could be anybody. The dregs of society can be a stand-up, and they all accept each other, no matter how funny they are. As long as you're coming to the club every week, nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, that guy's not funny." They don't do that.
They actually do. They don't give a shit. Like what you're putting out necessarily,
No.
as long as it's funny.
As long
it's
as
like,
people are laughing.
Yeah.
you arrange the joke the way we're going to
Well,
be a
there's a
little racist,
limit.
but you know that we can't be really racist, and we're probably not really racist, but we do like trying to get away with shit. So we are going to say something slightly racist. You know, so it's all very timed out. So it's like you were saying about those videos of black people fighting, black people knocking white people out. Those are big ones. Like black
Yes.
people knocking out Karens because you know they'll just get pushed, and someone will hit them or do something, and then they'll beat the hell out of the Karen or something. So there's a lot of black on white videos, and then they play that Caribbean thing, that Caribbean cruise line thing.
Right.
That's like fucking. That's the new jungle music, like jungle
Scare you?
beats from the fucking Looney Tunes cartoons.
Have you seen the Cincinnati thing? It was a big brawl in Cincinnati where these black people beat up these white people out in the street. It was like at a jazz concert.
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
It was going around a lot,
No, I
like on
didn't
Fox
see that.
News and stuff like that. And they're like, Cincinnati's out of control. But but the people, I guess, were egging these people on, and they did. They got completely out of control and beat the shit out of this dude in the street. But he was egging them on, and I guess they were Russian. And I haven't heard, like, what? Like, yeah, these Russian people were egging on a bunch of black people in the street in Cincinnati, and they beat them up. And then they went back to Russia. I haven't heard anything from the people that got beat up.
They're probably KGB agents.
No, I know. You just stand on the street and call people the N-word and shit.
What was the
something will
point?
happen.
Yeah, well, that
Yeah,
sounds
who
just like
took the video?
drunkenness.
Who
people
took the
that were
video?
standing
Another Russian.
people that were standing on the street, because it was like a big deal. The guy was like egging people on. He was calling people shit, and all the black people were like, "Hey man, get out of here or whatever. Go away." And he was like, "I'll fight everybody. I'll fight you all." And then finally they all beat him up, and people were recording it. I think you're gonna see a lot more of that. I think you're gonna see a lot more of like, "I'll fight all you black dudes." Oh no, I got beat up, and it's all over the
Why?
news.
Why? Who thinks that's a good idea ever?
It's kind of the new wrestling, if you think about it. You
The new
just got to
wrestling
take a shot.
society, the
You got to
idiocracy.
get beat up, but you're going to be in this thing. And it's like
Yeah, I just think that people
pretty
are pushing
scary,
it. Yeah, it is scary.
I see a lot of videos of white cops busting black people in cars because the black people are terrified, and they end up getting ripped out of their car. But sometimes it's a two-way street. But I see it just a lot of that. A lot of people just getting busted, and then there's all these what do they call them? Sovereign citizens.
there's black people being assholes to cops, and then that kind of like makes them feel happy, and then we get
They're
outraged.
usually drunk.
And
It's
that's so
usually because they're going to
everybody.
get busted for. I think it's because they're going to get busted for drunk driving anyway, and they know that I'm just going to take this to the limit because these guys are assholes.
That's racist, Delaney.
No,
You
no, that's
assume
the.
that they're on crack.
At the end of the video, they always say they got. It's always a DUI. They know they're caught. They know they're busted, and why not? Make it seem while you can.
I don't know. I've seen a few lately that are like it's just like I always want to send these to you, Jerry, but I don't want you to think like, why is he only sending me videos of black people?
Where are you getting
But
these?
I know you get the racism of it, and like I need to be like, do you believe that this is going on?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
So
crazy.
we're all being outraged-sized. Like
Yes, exactly. I mean, who goes on? I mean, I don't think there's any reason. I don't know why Obama's a man, but I think that only Michelle Obama's a man. That's only creating outrage. There's some pictures that people made. They doctored pictures to make her look more masculine and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, people are going out
Now
of their
that's
way.
for birtherists.
Coordinated out of their way to do a rumor that's gonna make people fucking really mad.
It's like the National Enquirer shit show. The new National Enquirer. I'll just stir up dirt, and now it's like 1,000 parasites are eating the dead body instead of a few. Like,
Yeah.
It was used to be trash news, right? Yellow journalism or something. But now it's every fucking second that you're on the internet.
It's yeah, and it's like you said, it's rage baiting. It's so the stuff is infuriating, and I'm sure the stuff that it's the stuff that the MAGA has been seeing over the last few years too that infuriates them. Like, hey, everybody's trans. That's just everybody. That's all it is, man. Out there, people turn into women, or women turn into men. That's all.
That's a pity that's more that the trans people have more of that bullshit to have to deal with. More,
Deal with. Yeah.
you know, flame for that fire. They don't need that because it's obviously
Exactly.
got nothing to do with anything.
No.
It's a pretty crazy time, guys. The idiocracy really is here. That who wrote that? Who made that? Mike Judge.
Mike Judge. Yep.
Turns out Mike Judge was right.
He just
He's the
knows.
one who
He knows.
nailed it. A little combo of Mike Judge with some Orwell thrown in, and that's where we're at. That's who's running the show.
It is.
Those King of the Hill characters
all the
just like adults in America. They're just every person you see in Walmart, you know, and he captures it perfectly.
That's true. Well, Walmart was the.
I go to Walmart, by the way. I'm like Truman Capote.
When the movie Walmart is where you go to law school, right?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Law school.
You go to law school at Walmart. Yeah.
My brother used to go, I don't like going to Walmart because it makes me depressed. It's just a bunch of fat people with sandals on, you know. It's just grossed out, you know. And he was kind of right.
It's better than it used to be. At least, I don't know. I mean, the last time I went, it wasn't.
24 hours.
Yeah.
They used to be 24 hours in a lot of places. So
they still are.
I would go at night. I would go at like midnight to go. Like I would go really late, you know, back in the fun days, to buy Christmas gifts on like the 22nd of December or something. Mm-hmm. And it was like, so I was just shopping by myself. It was like Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson buys out the grocery store and it's like, let me shop like a normal person. Let me look at the cheese slices like a normal man.
I was in Vegas when he did that once.
What?
Closed down a store to go in.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It was on the strip. We were shooting. I was shooting.
Well, he bought out. There's like one of those weird fake antique shops that they're really big in New York, or used to be, and it's all this like bronze, fake bronze, kind of like just big, 17th century.
Yeah. Stuff nobody really wants.
Yeah, stuff nobody really wants. Combined with
like
just
Citizen Kane.
Shit, like a marble Puma, Yeah. Just a bunch of shit. And he goes in there with this interviewer and he starts buying everything. It's like everything is horrible, horribly overpriced.
His house was full of that shit.
He's like, that's
just garbage.
Yeah. Oh my God. And it's like I don't know. That's
a normal person would have just said, "Oh, I like that one. I like that." Not, "I'll buy that one. I'll buy that."
No. Do you remember Samuel French bookstores, Horatio? I know you probably don't know about that.
Yeah.
But
yes.
So there were actor bookstores in L.A. And a friend of ours used to work at, and you could go in and find scripts, a lot of like acting guides. You could buy a map of the city, Thomas Guide. But it was just like an all-encompassing thing that you could go in for an actor.
It catered to actors.
Actors. And musicians to a bit, too. You can get sheet music in there, too, and stuff like that. But
we have those in New York, yeah.
Yes. Our friend used to work in there. And I guess Michael Jackson came in there, he shut that down and came into the actor bookstore.
They had to shut it down, or he asked them?
And got some stuff. Yeah, no, he would shut every store that he went in down. Like he would clear everybody out, and he had his kids with him then. They were little then, and they came in and they.
How do you go about something like that? Did he have a team that would go in before him?
Yeah, security would come in and say, "Hey, Michael Jackson wants to come in," can we clear the store? And for an hour or whatever, however he wanted to stay, and he'd come in and shop, and then
I wonder
close
if
the store.
they must get like $1,000 to shut off to basically not let customers be at the place that they normally go to.
Yeah, I feel like Mark said that he called his boss, and the boss was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, fucking yeah, let him in," and
You
yeah,
got
and he did it. Yeah.
in this
I don't know.
fantasy
I have mixed
playing
feelings
showbiz,
about that.
you have to respect the archangels.
No, but you got to respect your everyday customers. You know, you can't
No,
just
shit.
tell everybody shoo. That's like something
You know,
Basil Fawlty would do.
Yeah, I wouldn't shut
I
my
was
whole
one
store
of
down
those
for somebody.
asshole comics that didn't like Robin Williams in the '90s,
Yeah,
but
no, if somebody famous. I'm
I grew
sorry,
to
Raj.
learn that he was good, and I liked his acting actually. I liked his movies. I like Garp, and I like Fisher King. So
I loved Garp.
the coked out fucking whatever he was doing didn't appeal to me. But
No,
then as a show business person, you have to be like, he actually was angelic and kind. He must be he has to be raised to one of the saints of show business.
That's true. And
And it's funny that we respect that. It's very like
well, he was a devil and a saint at the same time. He was a
I
little
know.
devil, you
demon.
mean for stealing stuff? But he had a.
No,
I
just his
mean,
personality, his imp-like personality. He had to poke
ooh,
everything, good or
ooh,
bad.
mm,
Ooh,
mm.
You talking about?
ooh,
Robin
oh,
Williams. Oh yes.
ooh,
Oh yes.
Oh
oh.
Yes.
yeah,
Mm.
that thing too. Um, yeah, that thing too. So, but then you grow to respect them, and you're like, yeah, what the fuck? Why am I so upset with this anyway? Like, just learn to not get so pissed off about people not doing what you're doing.
Rog, here's why I got a little pissed off at him and guys like Jack Nicholson is because we used to really rely on these guys of the choices that they were going to make. Because it's your whole night, you spend all this money to go out to the movies and that's your evening, and we would trust these people to make good choices. And then after a certain while, after the 2000s, it just all that seemed to go off the table, and then the divide of movie people not doing TV, that line had gone. And then now the line of doing commercials has gone. It used to be the legit actors didn't do commercials. Those lines are beyond blurred. They're gone. They're dropped.
Well, I still won't do them unless the money's right.
Of course you'll do them.
I don't know. I haven't done any commercial. People ask me if they ask for me, and once in a
Yes.
while I'll get like an ask for me, and then I'll go and audition, and I'll find out no, they're not. They just ask for me, but they also ask for 1,000 other people. But
No,
other than that,
that's
no.
that. I
I
don't
won't
think
sell
that's
somebody's
enough.
product.
You got to decide what you want to spend your time doing. Because if you want to audition for movies and TV and commercials, that's too much. And voiceover. So that's like super early in the morning. That's your whole life that starts taking over. And at a certain point, I
Well,
had to tell the
it
commercial
becomes like,
people,
well, you always hear it becomes a real job. Like, okay,
no
I do, and
mas.
then you become good at things the more you do them. So, after 4 years of doing a Disney voice, you can kind of do a lot of voices. You kind of figured it out. And so I think
Yeah.
these little kids coming up, they just learn everything when they're 4 years old. And they're good singers, they're good actors, they're funny.
Rob
And
Hubel was
that's
talking about he did a commercial right before they did Human Giant. He and Paul were talking
Mm-hmm.
about. I was watching their thing, and I think it was seafood or what is that? It was a bad commercial. It might have been TGI Fridays or something like that. And he he didn't sign up. They wanted to run it again, and he was like so ashamed of that commercial
yeah.
because he was doing Human Giant. He was just like, I don't want it on anymore. I don't want people to see it. And he like had a whole bunch of money, and they reshot it. They reshot the commercial with a different dude,
Around him.
same exact commercial, but just with a different dude, and ran it for like years and shit.
Oh, that's one of
Uh,
those. Why did I
uh,
do that?
Well, I told you like that when I walked off of Reno 911. I walked off the set because they wanted me to play a milkshake. Like I was doing another character. I had auditioned with a character. They had you come in and audition with a character that you made up, and I made up this character, which I was like, I love this. I make up my own shit.
Yeah.
Did it? They did. They wrote it exactly the way I wrote it. Right? Wrote the scene exactly the way I wrote it. Got there to shoot it. I had been up all night. Flying there. I had to fly from another job to that job, so I did a red eye. Didn't sleep at all. I was just like, I didn't want to do it. They asked me to come and do it, and I was like, turned it down. And they were like, "Can you please come and do it?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not flying in the middle of the night." And they kept begging me, so I'm like, "All right, I'll do it." I show up at set, and they have another costume for me. It's a big milkshake costume. They're like, "Oh, we thought you'd do this character too." I was so pissed off, I went home.
This character too.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Also, be a
that's
milkshake. Who doesn't want to play a milkshake?
This is a storyline for your character. That's one thing. But if it's like, oh yeah, you got to play. You mind being an extra in this too? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And what ended up, it was Nate Faxon ended up doing the milkshake. They called him in to do it, and he ended up doing that character for the whole run of Reno 911.
Listen, I wish those guys well. They have a weird,
No.
9/11.
Now here's the thing. Now my character, it could have been one they brought back, like they brought back Watson's character, but I was an asshole that day too, so I went home. They called me back though. It was like I went home, got in bed, and they were like, "Hey, can you come back? You can just do the one character." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do the one character," and I went back, which I should have done anyway. Never made any sense to come bring somebody to set when they didn't sleep. So I went home, got some sleep, and then went to work. But then to fucking ask me to do something after no sleep, to ask me to do something extra, to get in tights and a big fucking, like, mascot costume. It's not comfortable.
That's usually extras. That's extra pay. Yeah.
Well, you don't see my face. You didn't see my face.
Yeah. Oh, I forget that part. Oh yeah, they don't even see your fucking face.
They didn't see who I was. I'm like, what am I doing this job for? Would you like to completely fuck off? And the director came in and tried to talk to me. Hey man, can I talk to you? I'm like, don't even come in here, man. Don't even whoever fucking sent you in here. Don't even fucking come in here. I ended up working with that dude again. Don't even try it, dude. I'm going home. You had your chance.
This is
I'm getting mad now. I'm getting mad. But
Mandalorian, that fucking a Mandalorian after like. We'd have like 13, 14-hour days, and you're just like, you're expected to just stay there. And I was like, I'm in rubber. I'm encased in rubber all day. They've got devices. They've invented devices to cool my costume.
We're shooting water in it.
I have a nurse who runs this cooling machine sitting next to me, and I'm still like hot as fuck, but whatever. And then after like hour 13, they're like, we're gonna get to your last scene. That's what really drives you crazy is when they're like, after this one, we're doing your last scene, and you can go home. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then an hour and a half goes by, and they're like, after this one, we had to get this one in. Like, all right, man, but you told me this is the second time you're telling me now. Like, you sure? Because I've been here for 14 hours. This thing is like very fucking. Oh, Horatio, of course. And, finally after 3 of these or 2 of these, and then like, I saw one of the producers, and I was like, and he was this English guy, very prim and proper English guy, just like think of English producer of who helped Empire Strikes Back or something, but so probably one of the OGs or some. But I go, wow, I've been here for 14 hours, and I've got all this fucking shit, and he keeps telling me that the next one's up. And it's abusive. It's abusive. And he goes, it's not abusive. Like. And later I had to be like, it really hurt him so much, that word, or just, he had been up for fucking 18 hours. He was like, this is not abusive. And then later I was like, listen, man, I've been here many hours doing this thing. And then finally, that there was another time where they were doing that, and I just said, I gotta go. I just gotta go.
Yeah.
And Gina Serrano was like, "Yeah, go." She wanted the day to end too, so she's like, "Yeah, go."
Yeah.
Me and Gina Serrano were really good buds. She was really good buds with the Mandalorian character.
She didn't want to
We
take. She didn't want to take that vaccine, though.
She didn't want to take. She didn't want to take the vaccine. She didn't want to take my vaccine. She didn't want to take the vaccine. There's nothing she wanted. She was actually fun for when all these hours. She actually had. She got this giant beanbag chair, and we would all sit in it and take turns sitting in it.
She's the one they gave the heave ho because she wouldn't take the shot.
She was just using kind of languagey like something. It's like the Holocaust here in
Yeah.
New York or something.
Yep.
Because people we're forcing everyone to take these shots. But I think she was on the receiving end of a compensation earlier this year, so she probably got some.
Yeah.
She supposedly got a settlement of some kind.
I think
She's already wealthy.
Better to have a career.
Sorry to bring up that somber story, Delaney.
That's what we got to end on. All right, children. Now lay your heads on your pillows and
Delaney, are you
think
taking
about
off?
that.
We're gonna.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna talk to Horatio a little bit about you after you leave, so you can feel rest.
That's something that happens on this podcast. Is if your camera goes out, everybody talks about you while you're gone.
Good. Tell you another thing he did.
Okay, guys.
Be good, man.
Your mic. By the way, before you leave, your mic was extra noisy today.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I could hear you breathing and stuff.
Was it extra noisy? Now I'm gonna wonder. I'm gonna wonder if you're saying this to get back at me or if it's actually true. Because
No, it's just the mic kind of rubs on. If you move a little bit, the mic rubs on the shirt.
I'm supposed to hold it like this. Is it better?
I don't. Maybe get a harness. Get like a retainer that holds it.
Harness
off your body.
Why?
You have to wear wire work, man.
Yeah, a whole
I'll just
chest harness contraption.
I gotta just go ahead and get this Yeti. I gotta figure out. I always plug in the Yeti and think the Yeti's working, and it's not. It just ends up being just the computer little built-in mic, the garbage mic.
You need a studio idiot, like we were talking about earlier.
I need that smiling guy.
I'll try to get him
in the corner in the background.
Yeah. What do you do? I'm a studio idiot. I come in and I pretend I'm putting stuff into a computer, and it just gives a comedian someone to kind of throw.
He looks AI generated.
I
know. He's not.
AI.
There's a closer shot where he seems to be breathing, but yeah,
he's not.
He laughs.
He could be
He's
one
a
of those
shallow
dummies
breather.
that people, Sam Levine owns this dummy that he keeps in his car. Supposedly, in the old days, he used to put it next to him so he can drive in the lanes.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so he had to really get to Hollywood for something important.
he put his dummy in with him.
Accident dummy next to him that I think he probably paid like $600 for or something. But it's just like a real fucking dummy, like Weekend at Bernie. We'd have Weekend at Bernie propped up in the seat.
He's Weekend at Bernie is
always really nice.
Weekend at Bernie's-ing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never went that.
Be good, guys.
See you, fellas.
All right. Bye, everybody.
You
really want to stay on?
No, you're supposed to stay. Raj was supposed to stay.
Wait a minute. I can get him back. Hold on. You go. We gotta go. Gotta take you old timey, man.
Yeah, make me sepia, bro. Can you make me sepia?
Black and white, bro.
I want it to look like the old West, bro.
There you go.
Hey, nice. Do I have a hat? Everyone should have a proper hat.
I know. I should interview you from the old days. I
Yep.
was like,
Yep.
what are you doing on my television, Blackie? just outraged. What's going on? Why?
So are we
Just answer my
presupposing that in
questions.
the Old West you can have televisions, or are we like in
No,
Mayberry time?
like somehow I got you. I called
In
the
a,
past.
in a weird world, it all mangled together, and all the atoms made this possible. There's racism in the Old West, obviously. There's television now. We've added television in the Old West. It's just like I would have saved a lot of gunfight, probably. Like everybody just calm down and watch the fucking
Have you seen Dr. Phil? Well, sit down and watch it. Dr. Phil,
he's some
hey,
long back, but he's right. I didn't find him to be gay at all.
Oh man, I was looking for somebody. I was reading this about there's a letter to to baseball players that the commissioner wrote to baseball players, to all the Major League Baseball players, and like I think it was like 1920 something, about all the words that they can't say because they were cussing too much. And there's a whole story about him saying, like, so a gentleman went asked a player who was in the outfield who they were playing or who was pitching tonight, and the pitcher told them to go fuck themselves. and then when he told him there were ladies in present, he said he didn't give a damn. I was like, yeah. And then there's a bunch of words that they can't use, like you cannot say bitch, cocksucker, fag. Yeah.
Well, there's an inherent racism in baseball that supposedly still prevails somewhat. A lot of young guys in the minor leagues are all kind of yahoo-y about that.
I guess baseball is kind of weird though, in that it started with, I mean, it wasn't integrated obviously, but black people were playing it from the beginning. So they had Negro leagues almost from the beginning that they had the regular leagues. I mean, and you can imagine, like, then that was a hard period of time, like in the 1890s, that black people were not going to be playing with white people, and it was.
Yeah.
They said it was like a pastime for soldiers, I guess, right after the Civil War. So, yeah, that wouldn't happen. And it was also like a kind of a trashy thing to do, like people, like women didn't go to baseball games at first. Oh,
Drunk and eat hot dogs, and then you could stand like 5 feet away from the outfielder. In those old days, they didn't have a outfield fence, so you can imagine just people fucking insulting the fuck out of you, getting drunk, big cigars, everyone smoking cigars and wearing fucking fedoras.
yeah.
Yeah, it must have been insane that they had to have a memo. There always has to be a memo. Something always has to cross the line.
Guess I gotta tell these guys what words not to say.
It's probably like the owner of the club. It was like his wife. Someone was like, "Nice ass," and he's like, "Okay, we gotta."
It was like a rich person, right? And they brought a woman to the park, and she was just like, "Yep,
yeah,
go fuck yourself." Yeah, that's what we say out here. Go fuck yourself.
My word.
And it would be nice too. Would you mind telling us who's pitching today? Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Eat my ass. Eat my ass, Johnson. The fuck out of here. Oh, goodness gracious. My word, sir. I'm the I'm assistant to the governor. God damn it.
I mean, to this day, though, I mean, why would they would be surprised? Because it did say, too, in the thing, like they were, obviously, it was the opposing team. So, I mean, to this day, why people think that they can fuck with players on the court and the players just aren't going to do anything, or they just like, you know, like whenever a player tells somebody to fuck off or gives them the finger, the fans are always like,
I mean, the lines are blurred because, you know, a lot of the videos, too, is just people get fucked with and they'll beat on anyone. You know, white woman, Latina, whoever starts
who's ever in
shit
front of him?
gets
Who's in
fucked.
front of him? Yeah.
You know,
Right.
especially in that environment, everybody's drinking, obviously, some day drinking or whatever the hell's going on. You know, always something. So it's just like I said, it's all the fears you'd ever have as a racist. Crazy shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
see
Enough
kind
of,
of
I've seen enough of so many game sports brawls, like fans brawling, and they're always like sloppy, falling on each other.
yeah. What do you call those things like those where the guys take the cars and they spin them around and then the kids all take selfies and try to get hit? I guess. Are you trying to dodge it like a bullfight? I don't know what. I don't get what it's like. Just take the hit, man. He's coming out of a 365. Just take the hit. That's an old fender, bro. Like I don't. Like what is it?
Yeah, they used to it started out in San Francisco. They do that thing where they open up the doors, right, and they do donuts. And they used to call it riding the whip or something like that. Whipping it. They got different words for it. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it started out in San Francisco, a San Francisco car culture thing.
So I'm starting to feel like that's my people. That's racism against my people. That all we like to do is race around in cars and hit each other.
Well, it's I think it started. It's black people too, but yeah, it's, you know.
Yeah, that's the one thing that unites Latinos and black people is
cars
diving in the back of a fucking hanging out of a El Camino, and it's too old of a car. It's a Toyota Tercel. Fucking guys hanging out of it, and you gotta get hit by a bumper while you're taking a selfie, and then that shit goes viral.
I know.
If I survive a fender hit right now, woo! And they're fucking crazy. You see, like their cell phones fly away. People become rag dolls, man, when you get in machines like that.
You get hit? I know. It's just like that's why so many people's shoes come off. Like people's shoes always get knocked off when they get hit.
I saw a few of them, man. There's been a couple where the car flips on somebody, and people are like, "Get him out! Get him out! Lift it!" And it's like, oh my god,
Jesus.
You just squished this guy to death because he's one of the hangout guys, and he gets thrown out immediately, and the car just rolls over him. Or maybe that was the problem. The car rolled over, but he wasn't getting in the car or getting out because it was like, it was centrifugal force, so it just kept rolling over him and then landed on him. Like it rolled over like 2 times and landed on him, and people are like, "What the fuck?" And they're running out trying to get the car. But that's also another problem is you're seeing like fucking 70 murders if you're
online, yeah.
Online, yeah. You're starting to get. I mean, I exaggerate obviously, and it's my own doing, right? So now I'm guilty about it.
Well, once you open that door, if you're looking at if you're looking at a TikTok or whatever, I mean that's what you're gonna see, If you're looking for crime, you can find it online. There's people that just all day roam around looking for crime on the street,
Oh yeah, and robbers getting shot, getting store owners getting revenge.
Yeah,
and they usually have to just beat the fuck out of like Willie, the homeless guy in the neighborhood who just bothers everybody. They just end up like severely beating him. I did that for cigarettes, and they broke my fucking jaw.
There's a new thing I'm actually kind of addicted to. It is all these amateur catch a predator people are doing it now. There's a lot of amateur people doing it, like doing it themselves.
Yeah. that is so open. That is so questionable.
So,
Like,
well, some police cars are like, "Hey, man, you got no, we're not fucking doing this, man."
thank you for the information. We'll get back to you. And if nothing happens, you're like, well, all right, then I guess we have to do our own justice.
I know. Well, it's always kind of sketchy people that are doing it. So anybody that's trying to make money on the internet usually is kind of sketchy anyway. But yeah, so
Oh yeah,
like,
they're
we
violent. They
found
just
these.
like to beat up people. They're obviously
Yeah.
like gym fuckers that are like all roided out and just want to beat on people. And they're like,
I think they're
whatever,
actual like.
cause,
I think they're actually a lot of times creeps themselves. We found all these creeps around. Cause
That's what they say,
right? Yeah.
That's what they say. You're like, I need to fight that feeling inside. I need to go beat up those people.
Right.
Why?
Or we go beat them. Or nobody's gonna suspect me. I'm out find. I'm the one that's out finding them. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah. Those are. It all feels like just like the Wild West of entertainment, because there are super funny people. Like this the dude who plays Uncle, and he's like Unc, and he's just like this. He puts gray hair in his afro, and he's just like this uncle, this dirtbag uncle, and he always has a lozenge. So
No.
after a few lines, you hear like, and it's Unc, and there's always these crazy fights with his nephew, like he's fucking his nephew's girlfriend, and it's very slow paced, but the characterization is so fucking good.
He's an influencer?
Yeah, he does those videos where he's in character. They have weird, the problem is they have not weird names. They just, but their whatever, their calling card is always something that's kind of weird.
Yes.
So I don't remember it.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I don't need to follow it because it keeps spitting out the newest or latest or even older videos that I should watch.
Well, Instagram or
Instagram, but I'm sure
Instagram.
It's probably a TikTok thing. But I got it on Instagram.
Yep. No, there's so much stuff like that where you don't even have to. It's if you're looking at it, you don't even have to know who it is. You're just like, oh, it's that thing again. It's that thing again. Like,
yeah, I like that. I want to see more.
Right.
Thank you. I like pretty. Funny pretty. I like.
What are you getting out of back at me?
I'm putting out the energy that I find that person attractive in their underwear. Without having to say it. What were we just talking about? Oh, racism? Racist videos and stuff. Yeah. The creation, the separation of people by means of the social media. Like black people are crazy. They get too drunk. They beat you if you're on a boat.
You're just trying to go out. You're just trying to have fun. You want to out in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Gonna get beat up by black people, man. They're just that's what they want to do.
I just told them till I picked up their chicken bones, and they just all started beating on me. Everybody just fucking stop, instigate, get away, go like normal people, go the other way.
Right.
Like barbecues, people fucking dancing or whatever they're doing, kissing and just freaking you out. But just go back into the car.
Go right, yeah.
Go to Cracker Barrel, am I right?
That Cracker Barrel thing, man. That's all this shit, like this invented shit. Like who would actually be mad if they were gonna change that logo? I don't know, like. That didn't make any sense to me. That manufactured shit.
Like, I don't understand it. I mean, it seems perfectly reasonable to update a logo, where it's not a farmer hanging off the edge of a barrel. Like, So Andrew was saying that the guy looked creepy. Saying like the guy looks like he's probably messing around with neighborhood kids, and we don't want that kind of creep in there anyway. That's why we took it out. He's kind of leering. He's sitting on the edge of a barrel, leering at your family. I can understand, but then everybody was like, "That's something we can jump on." They're fucking everything up.
Yep.
They're fucking. The woke people are fucking everything up.
Can't have biscuits.
You guys are helping separate families, arresting people at their jobs.
Yeah.
But Bill Clinton was in the Epstein list, so everybody gets off scot-free. You notice Bill Clinton never is even 1,000 miles around a microphone when the Epstein shit comes up. Man, I just like pussy. I wasn't weird about it. I didn't try to buy them. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking president. I expect to get some perks. God damn, man. 16 years old. Shit, I didn't know that. You just see him like all quiet, like, oh, I got throat problems. I can't do it. I was speaking at Cornell last night.
Prince Andrew. I really don't get it. It's like, this is all over Prince Andrew? I mean, we're all trying to protect this dude. Like, he doesn't even do anything. Like, who gives a shit? Prince Andrew.
Yeah, it's also Mommy doesn't cut him off, right? And then that's another soap opera we've been watching forever, right? Like, how can they? Oh my God, they live like zoo animals.
I have not.
They got money.
I've hated that. I do not understand why there's still a preoccupation. And that's the thing about like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. I'm like, I don't care. Like, who gives a shit? Like they got, with them being like, oh, now that they're estranged from the royal family.
But there's a certain people. There's a cruelty into how strict they are that I think people align themselves with. Like, they make the rules and you stick by the rules. These are people that type A personalities, I assume. I don't think I'm one of them. But you align yourself and you're like, those are the rules. Why did you mess those up? Harry, you know your grandmother's racist. Why bring her in the house? Just sleep with her like everyone else just sleeps with people. Why the big ceremony? This is insane. And everybody and then the newspapers are like, you gotta have an opinion on this shit. So everybody is out.
Well, that was my thing. It's like, an old family doesn't like the black daughter-in-law. I don't give a shit. Like this. That's the story. Oh, I guess they're the king. He's the king. His father's the king.
Is it possible that they found her kind of vapid? Is it possible they were just like, this person's not that interesting?
That is possible. That is possible.
You could do us a favor and maybe marry someone that has the lineage, but if you're going to go for this,
they're like Hulk Hogan. Man. Look, man, if you're gonna have one of them, get one that has some some talent or something. Don't bring one home that holding a briefcase on a game show. Come on, brother. That was crazy. Hulk Hogan that was pillow talk for Hulk Hogan. That was after he fucked his best friend's wife. He wanted to go like, Brooke.
Bubble Love Sponge.
Bring it home.
Love Sponge's wife, and he was in on it, and someone videotaped it. I think Bubble Love Sponge probably just.
He did, yeah. Yeah, it was a whole thing. They were gonna sell it.
Yeah.
Because Hulk was having a hard time then.
That too, right?
Yeah, he was saying that he was mad because his daughter was dating a black dude, and she should bring home, at least bring home one that plays football or is rich or something. Because he doesn't even do anything.
That's fucking terrible, brother. I get it, man. Anyway, bang my wife in front of me.
No, the thing is that they were done. That was the pillow talk. That was like the after talk.
Well, yeah, that was backstage after the show.
Like that's what you do after you come. Like that's your Anyway, these
Fucking
fucking
bro,
black people.
brother. I know, man.
Satisfied.
I know, man. I know, man.
Feeling
Can't go to the fucking
good.
beach without seeing someone having a picnic out there.
Feeling good. Feeling relieved. This is what I'm thinking about. Fucking niggas.
Yeah. Oh, let's relax before the show. Let's get the energy going. That guy just takes a 16-ounce beer and smashes it against some fucking arguably mentally disabled already. I mean,
Yeah. You
to
taking
lose
so
it
many
like
shots to
that.
the head. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. This is a
Yeah.
different. It's like how pitchers can throw 100 miles an hour. MMA fighters, goddamn, man, it's a fucking
Yes.
saw blade.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
to be able to beat somebody like that viciously, I think that you got to have a different place to go in your head. You know, the way that they, when they start beating each other, like, and the way he was beating him, yeah, you got to be able to do that because I could wrestle somebody, I could punch somebody once, but I can't imagine like those dudes just the referee has to stop them. They start beating on the dude when they have him down. Like that's crazy.
age, I guess, is going through.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear that happening where someone can't stop because they're going nuts, and that's why guys stab their ex-wives 65 times.
That's frightening. I mean, I've been in a situation like that, but for me, I just felt like it was I've been fighting in a fight survival than more like I was gonna like rage kill somebody.
No, like what but I guess it's hard to compare. Like what? Like why would you? Like I was gonna say I used to play baseball and I was really into it. I was like 10 years old, 11 years old, But I kind of learned to be a decent winner. You learn why you're a gracious winner, or why not to be an asshole. And I never. That's why I never got it. I boxed. My brother, made me fight a fucking kid in the park, and I beat his ass, and I cried afterwards. So it's like I don't like this. Violence is too big for me to be like, oh, it's just something we do in the backyard. You learn to move. Like, no. Someone's smacking you in the fucking face.
Right.
Now, you'll get retribution, or you lose.
Or you lose. Yeah.
It's insane for a fucking child. Like, and then people are like, well, what I don't think we really talked about it too much, but I was like, he's trying to make me a man.
Yeah.
Like, fight. Like how's Horatio doing? He's a little too.
You gotta learn how to fight. You gotta, yeah.
Well, too yards, a little bit too much on the television, too much cartoon voices. Toughen them up. It's a bad neighborhood.
Yeah. For me, unfortunately, that was my mother. I didn't have brothers. My mother was like, "You better go fucking hit that kid back," or, like that.
To a certain extent, they're right. If you're gonna keep that child in that neighborhood, in that situation, you kind of either have to be a victim or a predator. No, not a predator.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain way of like.
There's those that walk away. And they get some get some aligned with other people. But for the most part, in a shitty neighborhood, everyone expects you to fight, and if you lose, you're a pussy, and your whole fucking your whole testicles are gone if you lose, and you get nuts, man. Such importance on macho shit.
You do have to. I mean, I would like to think that if I was growing up in the hood with my son, there's some things that I would be able to tell him. Of like, there's a line of standing up for yourself, but not being stupid.
Yeah.
You can stand up for yourself at a certain amount, but don't. But then there's a certain place where you're gonna walk away. So you just cannot let people treat you a certain way and walk away. But
I was getting bullied by a guy in gym class, or some little thing that it wasn't like I was getting slapped around. It was more like intimidation. And I was like, and I told my dad, and he's like, my dad's not a fighter at all, so he's just like, he's like, you got to do this next time. Kick him in the balls, and then take your hands and smash it on his ears and pop his eardrums. I'm like, what the fuck? This is your advice for me to not get bullied. Pop someone's fucking eardrums out of their head so they have no longer can hear. You know. He's saying mom's a bitch, you know, and that's tough. I have to hear that. He said your mom is a bitch sometimes. I don't want to kill this guy.
I had my mother. I had a guy. Well, I was in the 9th grade. I was in band, and I was playing drums. And a bully, older kid, right? They were hazing us. They were hazing all the freshmen, and he was making me carry his drumsticks. He would make me carry his drumsticks to school. Bring my drumsticks to school. That was your hazing, yeah. So I lost them. I lost his drumsticks, and I came home, and I was like, I told my mother, I was like, I gotta get some money. I gotta buy this kid some drumsticks. My mother was like, "What? Are you fucking insane? No." But wasn't nice at all about it. Wasn't understanding about it. So the next day at school, the kid walked up. Before he even got wearing my drumsticks out, I started hitting him. I started fucking punching him.
Get the first punch in, no matter what. Hey, wait a minute. Like, ow!
Whoa, 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 whoa. But, and this is not what she told me to do, but never had a problem with him again. He was a senior too.
Oh yeah, if you jump first and cause someone any damage, it's like better not to do that anymore.
Never, almost got kicked out, but then I had other problems after that where I got completely kicked out of school, for fighting, which I took that was bad advice again. There was other ways I could have handled that. I could have just said, I don't have your fucking drumsticks. Get the fuck away from me. I probably would have had the same result. Instead of like,
I mean, that's the odds. You were like, it's gonna happen, and I want to.
Yep. Go back to myself. See if I can get him back. Oh, there you go. I missed it. I missed that. It wasn't so much that I thought it was going to happen. I just, I knew that I just got the bad. My mother just wasn't going to back me up, so I was just like scared. So I just started hitting him when I could have just been like, I'm not giving you your drumsticks.
If you get beat up and have to go back, that's double beat up.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying this. I didn't have to make it physical. I could have just said, you're not getting the drumsticks, and it probably would have ended there because he ended up being like, he didn't do anything. I almost got kicked out of school. And later on, kids, I did get kicked out for a whole semester for fighting. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I almost had to repeat the 9th grade, yeah. I had to go to a different school. So, yeah.
As you were talking about, like, don't resort to violence, violence is not the right way to react immediately. You got to make sure you make yourself safe. It sounded like at the end of the Cosby Kids, it's like, was he smoking too? Maybe like, man, you just can't treat people with disrespect. That's what we've learned in this episode. That you can get a lot further with a kind word and a handshake than you can with a bad attitude. And then it's like, damn, man, Cosby's the fucking sweetest, goodest guy ever. We're programmed. He's the nicest man. Him and Mr. Rogers are both. They cover the spectrum of how we need niceness in our lives. Like I never like when I see when I see older kind of like Cosby things, I always thought like he's a little stiff. He's good, whatever, but when he's on Cosby, obviously he's just in his zone and perfect, and everything was working perfectly. But yeah, that whole thing is strange. That
Well, he
you,
was he was very much
that
of his
show was
he
good
was
for
very much of
kids
his
to watch.
time too, though. He
Mhm.
he was like a family man, so he was like, I have this idea. I think he generally was like felt that he wanted to do something good for kids,
Mhm.
and that black kids needed something too. Um, and I think he has genuine like good things about him. I think he was just
Yeah.
of this time. He was a creep, and it was
Yeah.
and he got away with it. Was okay to do. That was the biggest problem, is that he was bragging about it. He didn't think
It's hard
anything was wrong with it.
to explain, but you see this all the time, and you know, you see the people at a certain fame, they expect to just have it cleaned up because you're like, I, you know, I was just playing by the rules of what you made me famous, and it really fucked me up. It fucked up all my relationships, and now you want to do this to me? No,
This is the part.
it's crazy. And so I think that
This is the good part of it, right?
a lot of people are like, we all used to go to Playboy Club and like laugh and have sex with people and do drugs. Like
Yeah.
that's what we got to do because we were making people happy. We were doing
Yep.
our craft.
Yeah.
A
I genuinely think that's
wild
what he
time.
thinks. I genuinely think that's what he thinks, because it was like that.
Because he does have good. Obviously, what he did for black culture was amazing up to that point.
Yeah.
In every way, education was always a very encouraging kind of like we get in the old man fights with comics that would, use the N-word or maybe get a little too much.
Yeah, but he was still right.
but
He was still trying to do something good. He was still, even if he was a jerk about it.
And you see that, well, if you're just creeping around all the time, you're going to be a creep all the time. You're like, this is
This is what he was. Yeah.
like, why'd you put why'd you put that extra hand on your penis? They were supposed to play a dead person. Cosby mystery.
That's what I do.
Like, shit. They're getting $300, aren't they?
That's what he told Keenan. Keenan said he told him when he was doing Fat Albert. He told him, "Oh, you're gonna need 2 dicks for all the pussy you're gonna get." Keenan was like, "Off of Fat Albert?
That's his measurement of success.
Off of Fat Albert? Really? You know this is a kids movie, right?"
Doesn't matter, man. Fame will bring it to
You'll
you.
be swimming in it, swimming in ass, man.
Anyway, I love you. Pleasure working with you. This has been a great experience. No, hold up. All kinds of Asian. Woo! You ever have some white pussy, boy? You ready?
You ready? You ready?
So when you were doing that Cosby show, like, how'd you come up with that idea? Shh. Hold on, man. Let me tell you about pussy. That was
Best
Keenan
pussy?
and me. That's Keenan and Bill Cosby at the wrap party for
Wrap up.
Fat Albert.
And the best pussy is a sleep pussy.
You have the #1 show on TV, and it's like, I deserve it. Make millionaires out of all people.
I was just thinking about the Puff Daddy thing too, because it's like it's another part where it gets weird. With all the bullshit that was going on, nobody's talking about it now. But to really find out that it was all about him just being weird and wanting somebody else to fuck his girlfriend while he stood in the corner and cranked it.
Yeah. He wanted to see everybody get oily and get cucked out. He wanted to be cucked out all the time, and he paid a lot of money for it.
And
it's
then
like,
all that like makes more sense. It's like, okay, that I
yeah,
see that about him. I see the insecurity. You see that, like he's ugly
yeah,
too. You kind of figure that out, like poor guy.
yeah, he's a little ugly, and he's just like, and then he becomes this mogul, and he thinks it's real, and to a certain extent, he's got the money and he's got the power to get people's legs broken, I guess.
Right. Right.
But that to him, that to him is normal, and that's what fame does to people. It's hard to get a good grasp of things because first off, you're 20 and you get famous. No one's there to tell you the reality of what's going on because your parents don't fucking know, your friends don't know,
Yep.
no one knows how to act.
Nope. And everybody else
And I'm
there
just
is
talking
everybody
about
else is there to
minor
get a check.
celebrity, not fucking huge #1 show, #1 album.
Yep.
It's a thing that people don't. It's surprising that people don't have like a special. I mean, they probably do now, or just a psychologist that kind of all these Disney kids have to go to. They have to. Someone has to try to make this easier on them, or they have more of a normal childhood because that's another thing with show business. Like you don't have to be so fucking crazy,
No.
right?
No.
Wasn't it
You
you were
don't.
saying like why are we like at SNL? Why were we writing at 5 in the afternoon for 3 in the morning? Why are we fucking doing this? Like you hear that all the time. It's like, well, it's creature of habit. But yeah, but there's like
Change.
there really is abusive. It's abuse of someone's. It's everybody trying to work on this thing that shouldn't have to be this unrealistically hard. Everybody's trying to get up. Everyone's trying to get the next best job that's there, and it's a machine. And people are like, no, we got to do 12 hours because if not, I will look like an asshole that quits.
Yeah.
I can't complain about the costume department staying open, till 2 in the morning because I'll be the asshole that shut down Star Wars. So it's all this little things where you can't do. I guess I imagine that's just like, any kind of office where those dynamics are at play.
Dude, it's part of why I like working on this show so much that like I'm like, oh, I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm always waiting for somebody to get mad at somebody else, the other actor or whatever, inconvenience. I'm waiting for him to keep me too long. All that shit never happens. Always done at a certain time. I mean, they just know that like they just got rid of all the bullshit. There's none of that,
Yeah.
I think it's just a well, usually the person that's running it, but just the combination. They're just lucky to have a good combination of people, good people who work and don't have a lot of bullshit going on. Because it's a good set to work on. I don't know,
And to a big extent, SNL, you have to dive in. You can't. I mean, it's a certain animal that you kind of have to dive into head first, and I don't think people realize that it's a weird obsession kind of thing. You have to be programmed by it and adore it and protect it and love it. And it's not just a vehicle to get famous. It's really like
Horatio. That's the problem though. That's what's happening. These people, you cannot care about your comedy if you're doing like 3 specials in a year. But you can't really care about it. Like you can't really be serious about the art as an art form if you're just like putting bullshit out on the internet or you're doing crowd work and you call that a show.
Yeah.
That's like there's no concern for the art form at all about making it better.
Because you're making money for the first time ever, or you're on your own. I mean, obviously supporting yourself and supporting your family. Everybody has dreams and all that, and so it's different. It's it's different. I was thinking about like when that Phil Hendry character about he's a sexual. He's like a sexual predator and threw his wife out of a moving vehicle. Herb Sewell.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I've been institutionalized, and I've been locked up with some guys. And let me tell you, the things they've done, the way they've described it, the way they're obsessed with this, it's different. That was the catchphrase. He just kept going, yeah, it's different. It's different. Like it's not completely horrible and insane. No, it's yeah, that's different.
Let
Those
me
are the
see
things I
this.
love. Those are the things I love. It's just like really like just third level things into the crust of the joke. Like just keep drilling in there. You can still get some shit out of there.
Wonders if lower stand-ups like back in the day, like John Biner or Charlie Callis were pulling the shit that Cosby was, because women would be too embarrassed to sue guys who make weird noises.
Yeah. I saw a story where Ted Lange was on someone's podcast and he was like, of Isaac from
Uh
Love
huh.
Boat, and he's like, did you ever have a bad time on a Love Boat? He's like, well, one time, one of these, icon big stars, he was on set, and I looked up this, I seen it, and I go up to him to shake his hand, and he says, "Get away from me! Who are you?" Now, man, you gotta know who's in the show, who's an extra, who's not. Like guys were dressed up like bartenders, like I was, and so then he wouldn't say the name. He wouldn't say the name of the guy. So I just went on the air and I was like, he tells this story. What does everyone think? And it comes up that it's Buddy Hackett. Buddy Hackett? I can understand if it was like Bob Hope or someone, like, get out of here. Like, yeah, just a normal run of the mill, old Hollywood racist, entitled douchebag. But he said it was Buddy Hackett. So yeah, think of these comics. It's like, and it's I mean, I would do the same thing. I wouldn't go get the fuck out of here. I'd just be like, nice to meet you. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know from experience that extras are kind of nuts. So
Can't get into a long conversation
can't get
now.
too into it. It's nice to just have a hello, how you doing, how you
Yeah.
been relationship, but not like, you want to go have Mexican food with me? Bring your
Yeah, no,
fucking
it's gonna get
parents.
weird then. It'll get weird then.
Man, well,
Yeah.
this podcast is, what it's doing, this broadcast, whatever it is we are sticking to what it is to break down entertainment in our
No, we
in
have
our
been.
own way.
Yeah. It's been
Let's
very
therapy.
loose, but yeah, no, it has been. I try to keep the conversation related to at least our experiences. Like I was
Yeah.
thinking about these people that are getting fired or whatever, leaving right now, and people I guess don't really know. I was telling Delaney before you got on, this is when that happens, and I don't know why they wait for so long to do this. Like they could have done that. They had all summer to do it, but I guess nobody's working, or Lauren's not working in the summer. So he doesn't do it then. He does it when he's about to go back to work, I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
He would. A lot of times you're talking to the producer and he's like, yeah, Lauren, we're trying to get Lauren, he's somewhere,
Right.
but most of the time he's not there. It's like he
Yeah.
comes back and in the summer, which is just funny too. It's just old Hollywood,
Yeah.
what's the place in what's the big fancy place that people go to?
Hamptons.
No, in like Spain.
Oh.
Uh,
Mallorca. Ibiza.
Ibiza is a big one, but there's the
Oh,
one everyone goes to, like, shit. Anyway, we'll get to it. People are probably yelling it. They'll be yelling at it at the YouTube screen. But it's like the Frenchy kind of. It's a Frenchy thing, I think. A colony.
Oh, he goes there.
Yeah, St. Bart's. The St. Bart's.
St. Bart's.
St. Bart's.
St. Bart's is in the Caribbean. But somebody like that, like
Oh, okay, yeah.
he's on a
I don't
resort.
even
He's
know
at a.
what St. Bart's is, but that seemed to be like where the elite used to go.
Uh huh.
And he was just whatever they were doing, being rich.
Yeah.
It was like this is a proper holiday. I have to be I have to be like an English
I wonder
aristocrat.
how those the cast members feel about that while they're like sweating at their apartment in Brooklyn, worrying about if they're going to be on the show next year. Lauren's like on a yacht. I
Yeah,
don't know what I'm going to do.
hung over my one bedroom apartment, hearing rats in the wall of my apartment, being like, I hate myself. What the fuck, man? I'm blowing it, man.
Are they going to bring my contract back? I don't know. Are they going to do it? I don't know. I'm in a boat.
I think it's worth this story. I've probably told a million times, but this was happening to me when Jerry wasn't even like in the show yet, and they didn't renew me in a while, and I had to go talk to Lauren. And basically, when you talk to Lauren, I don't even want to tell the secret. You'll learn what you have to do. So I had a very popular phone, a little one that looked like the thing from Star Trek, and it was so popular. And it was one of those like, ooh, you got one of those, and they had made the toy at a liquor store. I saw the toy mold of it, and it was exact. It was exact copy of it, and so I was venting to you in the car. We went to the liquor store. Maybe we got some beer. I don't know. But as we're driving, as we're like in the back, and we're talking about it, like genuinely just being like, don't worry. You don't know yet, whatever. And I just took my phone and I pretended I got a call. And then I just threw the phone on the ground. My cell phone. Fuck. Oh, fuck, man. Why are they fucking with me? And you're like, oh my God. You're like, oh my God. Are you okay? Shit, man. Like you were like, this guy's just fired, and he's losing his mind. And then like a minute later, I'm like, I got the real one here. That was a fake one that I bought in the liquor store.
It's a toy, yeah.
Good prank to alleviate the stress. So that's how we would deal with this type of stress. It's just to get really mad and then be like, calm down. It's stupid. It's real. Yeah. It's stupid, but it's real, and your life depends on it.
Well, all those people, I guess, when you live in your life on when people are on social media, right? It makes things different because people know about it, and people know about it because those people put a message up on their social media saying, "I'm not going back," and they all seem to be like real cool about it. I mean, even when I was back last year, and some of those people weren't coming back last year, I didn't even know, and I was talking to people, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm not coming back," and I was like, "I wouldn't. Damn, you're at this party and shit. I don't know if I would be here, this soon."
I mean, I'm sure
you're not going to come back next
big
year.
fans when they grow up with the show, but they're different types of fans of the show. Like we were more into the creators behind the scenes. There was a relationship between producer writers. We all came from the same pipeline, and I think that the young people don't have that.
Also, 20 more years of history to knowing that you're only going to be on there for so long. It's not like when we were on where you had all these examples of people like you were famous or whatever, but now there's 20 more years of like a lot of people who've only been on 1, 2 year, whatever, did a lot of different shit, So I think the feeling of like maybe it's not as much pressure on the people. Doesn't seem like it. People seem like they've got a much better attitude.
Well, they're probably brought up to not be so fearful of that situation, to take it for face value. This is just an experiment in weirdness. Try to have fun. We were like, no, this is our life. This is what we say is our life. Even these dumb sketches, they have to be interesting enough because this is what we, gave our lives to, not the flag.
Right. That's
but
true.
The comedy mask.
Maybe they're not. Hopefully, they're not like that. Maybe they do. They do seem to be a little bit more, rounded about it.
In Cinco.
5 more minutes, or we can go now if you want.
I guess I should go. Leave it on that.
Yeah, I got stuff to do too.
Take.
Hey, how hot is it there?
Always great to talk to you.
How hot is it there?
I'm getting used to it. I think it's probably like 90 right now. I'm in the garage with no AC, but that AC is coming soon.
Oh, good for you.
That'll be another noise thing to worry about. All right, Jerry. Love you. Peace out.
Be good, man. I'll talk to you soon. And bye-bye, everybody. Next time I go back to my single screen. Thanks a lot for joining me once again, and for all the people that watch after we've been live. Thanks for coming on. Please like and subscribe. Join and go on my Substack. The link is up on my channel. And hopefully I'll be getting a break soon where I can be doing some more interviews and some more people having more variety. You know, I'm always here on Thursday or Friday. I think in the next couple of weeks we're going to be here on Friday, somewhere around 9:30 to 11 Pacific time if you ever want to check us out when I'm talking to Horatio. Other than that, I will be talking to some more of my friends and talking to some more people about comedy. So join me. Thanks a lot. See you again. Bye. Hey, there's a thank you screen.